Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our talk on giving you the upper hand on combating web threats with Microsoft Defender ATP. I'm Patrick Jungles. I think your mic might be out. How many security folks do we have in the room? A lot of security guys? Oh, quite a bit. OK. Well, welcome, everyone. We're going to cover a few things that might be interesting. But before we get started on talking about features, let's talk about some of our customer points and some of the feedback that we've been getting. Network boundaries are eroding. I think we can all share that. Cloud applications are even more and more of a concern. We want to make sure we have controls over them. Web threats and phishing remains a concern to most organizations. And then we have this connect from anywhere and from anything requirement that are coming.
Show of hands. How many folks can connect, relate with these customer pain points?
Yeah?
Yeah? Excellent. OK, that's great.
Everything, everywhere, anywhere. All right, so obviously modern security requires that we have protections for any device, anywhere, and we need to be intelligent. We can't just protect without giving visibility. We need to do certain things automated. We don't want to give our customers 200 knobs for them to turn. But at the end of the day, we want to make it at the sweet spot where it's automated and effective, but also give you the controls that you can tune for your own organization.
Do you have challenges today with the way you do web protection? Yeah? OK.
Well, we're here to fix that. So today we're going to talk about these 4 features: web threat protection, rel IP allow block. We're going to cover web content filtering, and then we're going to touch on cloud app security. All right, so let's get down to it. We're going to start with web threat protection and our super demo.
That's all the slides. We're just going to start demoing it. That's the whole idea. So the first is web threat protection. So first, you want to hit play? We want to walk you through sort of protecting from web threats like phishing, threats, social engineered malware, et cetera. So this is built into MDATP. And in the report section in the MDATP console, you have a full-fledged dashboard which shows you the web threat protection that you automatically get. You don't have to do anything. It just comes built in. Any browser, Edge, third-party browsers, et cetera, the protection is built in. It protects you from social engineered malware, web threats, URL phishing, et cetera. And these reports essentially walk you through what are the types of threats, phishing, malicious, and custom indicators as well, are all shown in this one single console. And you can drill down into the specific threats that have been blocked by the web threat phishing filter. And it allows you the capability to filter into the domains, and then various filters in terms of like what was the severity, the alert level of the specific URL that was blocked. And in the next subsequent demo, we'll actually walk you through sort of like the further drill downs that can also be done. So for example, you can click into these domains, and you can actually see the specific machines and the specific users that navigated to them. So in case if you want to sort of train the users later on and say like, hey, you tend to be sort of more susceptible to phishing, you can actually now identify that and give them a targeted phishing exercise.
And for the attackers that we have in the audience, as you can see, we'll be watching it, clearly.
And this is the end user experience. So the end user experience is sort of natively built into the browser. So the end user is not confused when they are trying to navigate to a site. They clearly get a good information on why we blocked it and what we're protecting them against. And then, of course, in the cases when we sort of suspect it, we can also feed their own feedback so that there's a feedback loop to improve our threat intelligence. And these are the classes of threats that we protect from. And we keep adding this intelligence. And you don't have to believe me. Patrick, you want to show the results?
Sure, yeah. So we think, I mean, how good are we, right? We think we're pretty good. But don't take our word for it. There's a number of third-party organizations out there testing, continually testing. This is a report from NSS Labs from last year. They haven't done one for this year. And we've done pretty well on web threat protection.
That's pretty damn cool. So just imagine now, because we now, with MDATP, we protect third-party browsers as well. So this is the delta that we improve the native protections that come with Firefox and Chrome as well. And we're now essentially making them secure. So deploy MDATP, secure the third-party browsers as well.
What do you guys think? Pretty good, eh? This is where you go. Awesome. All right, so now let's talk about a little bit about a URL IP allow block. So up to this point, security is there on the platform, you're protected. But now, if you want to fine tune, let's say you have your own intel, or there's certain URL IP addresses that you want to block. We want to give you that control to be able to do that as well. So let's take a quick look.
My CISO always comes and asks our security team and says, like, hey, I have this threat feed. I need you to block these URLs. I mean, Microsoft is not going to do it on its own. How do you block it? So that's what Patrick's going to show us.
So let's take a look at what that looks like. So again, back to always starting on the ATP console, and we're going to take a look at what it would take to set up an IP or URL block. So we're going to go to settings here, and indicators, as you can see there. It's pretty straightforward, web UX, and then we can see the indicators that we can set up. For this particular example, we're going to set up a URL. And these are the URLs that were predefined on our demo or tester. And we're going to go ahead. There's filters on the right-hand side there that you can control. If you have a long list that you can see what you have, we're going to add an indicator. And we're going to put a phishing site that that's been recently reported has done phishing. And you can set the expiry date to never, or you can set a custom date to a period where this rule might just be applicable for a short-lived campaign or something like that. And so we want to expire it. And then we're going to define what action we're going to take. Are we going to allow, alert, block? In the case of phishing, obviously we're going to warn and we're going to block as well. And this is predefined, and then we're going to put a title, a couple of other things. We think this is high severity if users are hitting there, so we're going to mark that as high severity. And then we're going to take a recommended action that we think if users are hitting phishing sites, maybe we want them to take some training. So that's what we're going to say there. And, sorry? It's like I said, this is our test demo. And then we're going to define scope. And the scope may be to all the machines on the organization, or we may assign to a group. Maybe the folks on our finance department might be more applicable to this or whatnot.
Yeah, that's actually very helpful, especially when you want to specify potentially geo-specific policies or region-specific policies.
And then after the summary, you can see the phishing site is there, and you can see the where it's getting tracked. And if you go back to reports, what Deepak was showing you earlier, you can see those custom indicators. That's where it's going to show up a URL IP allow block.
So it all comes together in one single report in one single location.
OK, so now let's take a quick look at web content filtering. How many people here use web content filtering in their organizations? Lots? Not very many. Web content filtering is essentially a way that you can classify obvious URLs and block the entire classification of those URLs. They may not be just malicious, but they could be according to the policy or organization. So let's take a quick look at what that would look like. Again, back to our dashboard and the main interface. We're going to go ahead, if my mouse there that I don't see, we'll go to settings. And as you see, we were in indicators before. We're going to go to web content filtering now. In the web content filtering area, we have a few rules. Now, these ones are not specific to anyone. And then we're going to go ahead, actually, similar stuff that you've seen before. We've got filters on the side if you have a significant amount of them. And then under policy, on the left-hand side there, we're going to go ahead and add a new policy in a second here. There you go. Similar to the IP URL, we want to keep things simple and consistent. We're going to go ahead and create a policy, and then we're going to define what kind of categories we want that policy to apply to. In this case, there's adult content, high bandwidth, legal liability, and you can fine-tune that accordingly to what exactly you want to protect your organization from.
And so we work with our partner to sort of supply these categories. And we are onboarding multiple partners. Right now, our partner is Siren. So our customers who have a purchase MD ATP and partner with Siren essentially will get this content supplied to them.
And similar to what we have on a URL IP allow block, you can select where this rule policy should be applicable to. So groups, same thing. The workflow is very similar, is very fluid, and we're striving to have a very, very similar experience. So simple as that. And again, going back to reporting, that's where it's going to show. Again, all the reporting consolidate. We'll keep coming back to that, and that's where we said so you can have that single pane of glass with all the views of your custom indicators. You can see over there where web categories are, the ones that are getting most hit. You can see web content filtering blocks. So that gives you a view, and obviously if you drill down into this interface, you can get down to the machines and the high policy breakers and all that.
And yeah, and I think the ability to sort of also see these trends where suddenly you see a spike in a high bandwidth sites, et cetera, allows you to sort of automatically identify why there's a cause in the additional bandwidth consumption from a specific region in your company or a specific site in your company, and sort of drill into that, because you can see, yeah, there's a great increase in the high bandwidth category. And then when you drill into that, you can essentially see which set of machines are navigating to that, and then you can sort of call up that specific BU or whatever and say like, hey, these particular machines are sort of resulting in higher consumption, et cetera. And that's what these reports are also showing. So you see there's an increase in access trend. You see the top domains that are being navigated, the machines that are navigating to, the number of access attempts.
That's a little weak to see there closely, but there's a lot of level of granularity that you can get to the specifics.
And this is also really valuable because sometimes there are related policies. So when you sort of apply a specific policy saying block a specific category, there may be additional policies that apply to that specific machine. So we sort of aggregate that and show you that on this specific machine, not just the adult content was blocked, but maybe legal liability is also blocked. And so because the website may be in multiple categories, so the resulting block may be because of that. So we've sort of done that aggregation and matching logic to show you that information.
Cool. OK, now our last part of this talk is going to be on cloud app security. So how many people here are interested in cloud app security? Yeah, a lot of cloud apps. Need to block them, need to control them, monitor them, alert, all of the above. All right, well, let's take a look. Now, we don't have a video for this on this one, but tell us what we got to do to enable this.
So it's super easy. So you go back into MDATP console, go into the settings page, and then there's a single knob that you need to turn on. And that essentially establishes the connection between MDATP and the MCAS product, Microsoft Cloud App Security product. And then similarly, on the Microsoft Cloud App Security side, you enable the connection. You say, from Microsoft Cloud App Security, send all the intel into MDATP and apply the blocking on all your devices and endpoints.
Yeah. So
and what that enables essentially is the enforcement now happens on the endpoint. So previously with Cloud App Security, the general problem that you have is you got to deploy a proxy, or you got to sort of send all the traffic to a proxy. That's just a pain for you IT folks, right? I mean, like, you got to manage this additional infrastructure. We take all of that away.
All right, so let's take a look at what that would look like in our cloud app security. So pretty simple, straightforward. Let's take a look at File Dropper, standard app. It's a cloud app, cloud storage app. And we're going to go ahead and block that app. So we're just going to show you how simple it is to block. Obviously, there's more than one option than block, but we're going to pick two. We're going to pick on File Dropper, and we're going to block it. And then we're going to look at Gmail.
Patrick, File Dropper is it a malicious application?
No, it's not. It's a legitimate application. Might not be as popular, and that's part of the reason why it's a good example. But on Gmail, on the other hand, it is a popular application, and everybody knows. So on Gmail, because it's popular, instead of just blocking, we're going to monitor. And we're going to see, OK, so the user experience would be different for the user that's blocked, that may not have the control to bypass that block, and the user that is blocked or that is warned and will have the control to be able to carry on with productivity, while still the security folks will get to know what's going on and how many users are bypassing, and you can tune that to your organization's requirements. So, Gmail's monitor, and the other application, File Dropper, is not. If we go back to ATP, you can see, remember how we were hitting on indicators all along throughout this talk? Again, one central place, we can see that. And now you can see the URLs associated with Gmail. They're all listed there, and they're set to warn, and users will be warned. And then we have File Dropper, who is to alert and block. So File Dropper, they're not going to be able to install. They're going to get a toast if they try to access, and we can jump straight into the user experience. So that's what it's going to look like. They went to File Dropper, they're blocked, they get notified, and if they want to take any kind of recourse, they would have to go to their IT administrator.
And this toast message is also customizable. So same thing I'd shown in the previous talk, where folks can essentially say, like, my company blocked this, and here's the reason, and then you can put in your own URL for them to sort of say, like, this is why I blocked it, and give them an explanation, et cetera, and all of that.
Okay, and going back to the Gmail, now Gmail, we want a different experience because there may be some legitimate use that you want to allow in your organization. So we provide the same block, except that the toast would allow the user to unblock himself and continue productivity. And the difference is, like I said, actually both of them will get notified on the console, but this one, it will allow the user to determine whether that is appropriate action. You like that? I see some hands. Do you like that?
Yeah, go.
Excellent.
Hands, yeah.
Yeah. But not too much unblocking, right? All right, so at last, like I keep hitting on the fact that you'll be able to see all that, you want to have a good view of your organization, especially when you roll out these policies or these controls to see how that impact productivity. And you have that consolidated view on users. As you can see the users are unblocked. They're all completely blocked, and you can drill on that, and you can tailor and fine-tune that to what's appropriate for your organization. So,
yeah, well, with that, so sort of to summarize, I think we went through the various categories of web protection that we offer. And so all comes with MDATP. And the enforcement happens on the endpoint, so no additional infrastructure to deploy, so easy to manage. And one single reporting interface. And these reports are also extensible. So there are APIs where you can essentially extract this data, build your own reports with Power BI, et cetera. So if your CISO or CIO is asking for a report, you can send it. And people are nodding their heads, and that's awesome. That's great.
Great. So that's what we have for you guys.
And I think maybe a couple of go-dos. Check out the MDATP console. Go turn on that MCAS switch. Do it to Monday, and then you can push blocks right away. I mean, like it's features there.
Yeah. On our website, you can also do a trial if you're not a current using ATP, and you can take that for and try it out.
Cool.
Thanks.
Thank you, folks.
So I think we have a couple of minutes. We can take a couple of questions.
How do we take a test drive spin on the website? Is it, can we spin up like virtual machines? And
Yeah, so that's a great question. So the question was, how can we test drive this? How can we exercise this? So ATP, there's a trial, so you can sign up for a trial. And there's also a simulations and tutorials. And there's an, I want to say like an evaluation lab built into the product. So those are great ways to sort of set some of these things up. And the evaluations essentially sort of spins up VMs, and you can deploy these policies, try it out. So that's a great way to test these.
is there a URL that,
We can get it to you offline.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Oh, do you want to answer a couple? I'll pull it up.
You go and block Dropbox, and someone downloads the Dropbox exe, will it also block it?
That's a great question. So the question was, if you block Dropbox.com, will it also block the Win32 application? So not today, but we are exploring that, and that's a great suggestion, great feedback. So the two things, so web content filtering, that's through our partner. And so in MDATP, if you folks are familiar, there's a partner page in the left navigation. And Siren's our current partner. And currently we are evaluating what is the model for that web content filtering. So please try it out, and we are open for private preview. Sign up with us, and it's a great way for us to also get feedback on what is the right model for that web content filtering. For cloud app security, if you buy, I don't want to get into the specific licensing. If you buy a specific license and you have access to Microsoft Cloud App Security, then it's packaged in.
So I put it up for you guys, so you can go ahead and try. And there was a question on the back there. Well, it's a great question, actually. So she's asking, how do you drill down? Yeah, we didn't cover that on that level of detail. Happy to show you some. We didn't really have time to go as deep as because of the coverage that we wanted to do. But I'm happy, yes, you can drill down and get to the detail of the machine that is acting or the threat that's being impacting and being able to see those reports that we showed you, you can actually drill down to them to get to the specifics that you're asking. So those capabilities are definitely there. We were doing more of a broad as opposed to a deep, but I'm happy to share that with you.
And I'll add a brief, and I'll add a brief answer to that. So all of our reports, etc., are based on alerts. So there's consistency throughout our product. So each of those reports, you can drill into the alerts, and the alerts essentially give you the details of like what is the URL, which machine. And you can do sort of use advanced hunting queries if you're familiar with our product to sort of then sort of traverse the process timeline and machine timeline to see which machine, what file was dropped, and you can navigate that, and that's when you get into the hunting. So it's all stitched in.
Yes. Yes, you'll get to the specific, and what machines have been exposed to that threat, more importantly. So you can have that holistic view that you're asking, but then you could be touching on a bunch of domains, right? Like web protection could be one, maybe the vector that you received that threat, and then the specifics of the machine and who has been exposed to that and hit those policies. That's what we were looking on an overview of how can you see that as a broad perspective and then drill down to the actual actionable that you can go and fix those. So we'll take one more question.
Oh, I think it.
You had shown that the user could proceed to the bad site. Is it possible to pop that in a non-isolated edge window?
Yeah, it's a great question. So, well, what we didn't cover today, and we have as a individual component of Windows Defender ATP is the Windows Defender Application Guard product, which essentially automatically launches the edge into an isolated container. And the list of allowed URLs, and if let's say you've deployed Application Guard in your company, if you've not sort of allow listed URLs, Edge automatically spins up inside that container. Yeah, and I think it's a good feature request to say, oh, even if they click allow, it only launches inside Application Guard, and that's something we're exploring. Yeah, cool, good idea.
All right, guys. Sorry, go ahead. Do you want to take one more?
Oh, sure.
Go ahead. That's okay. As long as we don't get kicked out.
So yeah, that's a good question. So
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, the question was what's our coverage in terms of the endpoints today? So as of today, we cover Windows, but as you saw earlier, we announced a sort of expansion to Mac and Linux, so as we sort of onboard those new platforms, we are taking we plan to take these there.
That's what I meant about any devices. That's where we're going at. Yeah. So thanks everybody. There's a couple of more logistical things for you guys to do. Evaluate the session. Please give us some feedback. And thanks again for everything. There's more for you guys. Enjoy your day.